Mandatory water breaks down here, guys. You can fall out real easy out here. Thank God I knew something about the Carolinas before I came here. My ass wouldn't have been drinking any water.
Hello. Welcome to a friendly place where we can all be friends together. Friends forever. The Bono Show.
Water break and safety reading. Water. How you doing though, y'all? Andrew from Mercado Media here in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. We're taking a water break. The vehicles that follow behind carry, the dogs drink their water at this time. We have the goals. Those that asked, hey Apollo. Those that asked yesterday about feeding the dogs.
Feed the dogs, feed the children,
Snacks,
love
water,
your mother, fuck
Gatorades.
kid.
Water. Coolers. Handing out. Drinking water.
And we need to speak on them shooting that man
I'm gonna be going back to. I don't want to go back to Minnesota. It's warm down here. Minnesota. What's the temperature today in Minnesota, everybody?
Let's look for it.
Again, this is Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
It's 46 degrees in Minneapolis.
Justice for Andrew Brown.
And in Elizabeth
protest.
City, Elizabeth
The
City,
protest
North
is asking
Carolina,
for the
it
full release
is
of the body cam footage.
82 degrees.
There's been a 20-second redacted, edited version of the body cam footage that was released to the family. The full release of the body cam footage, unedited, unredacted, uncut, and they say that's what the reason for the protest is. There's many rules and stipulations to how they can protest here in Elizabeth City. Permits are required. The permit holder must be present. The protest must always be moving on main streets. On side streets, they have to pull off into like a grass area, as we are now, or a parking lot. We have to keep a forward progress, a forward motion. Can't stand still. Yesterday, a new rule was they couldn't only be on one side of the street. They couldn't take up the whole street. I'm trying to think of other rules and this is all just since I've been here. And again, guys, this is day 15. So we're off taking a break right now, water break, snack break, and then the march will continue.
Thank you to the Stream Elements bot for running. I appreciate the work that piece of technology does.
Just had a Gatorade on your water. Yeah, especially down here, guys. Like you can fall out pretty quick if you don't.
Yeah, bro, you can fall out pretty quick. It's not like these people live here. Get used to the weather.
South Carolina, at least in the Army, you have to wear hydration beads.
Hydration beads?
Track how much water you've had. Otherwise, you're gonna fall the fuck out.
Bro, the military, every time you hear about it, it just gets gayer and gayer. Like, I guess it was probably cool like a few years ago. But fuck, man.
No,
bro, your hydration beads aren't good enough.
As we've seen, majority of the time, I don't know anything about the Black Lives Matter organization. I don't know anything about that. The majority of the protests and things I've covered have come directly from the communities themselves. Standing together saying that Black Lives Matter, not that they're a part of a Black Lives Matter organization.
Oh, don't be disingenuous like that.
Matter.
Don't be disingenuous like that.
I've never met anybody from BLM organization. I have no idea. I don't know what that is.
You're being disingenuous.
As Frank Nitti put it, this is the movement. Black Lives Matter, the movement. They've been
Okay, and there's an
they've
organization.
been commenting on some of the bigger social media people in their organization, telling them to get out here with the people. And I don't know, guy. I don't know. It's yet to be seen. But this is all community. And again, that is a city council member that was arrested the other night, on Monday night. The individual speaking, Kurt, is a city councilman. That's him right there. And they still arrested him for not walking on Monday. The protest stopped at an intersection and made a circle, as many protests around the country do. And they were given a warning, and then they started walking in circles and just kind of walking slow. They stopped for maybe a minute to a minute and 30 seconds, and
All right, I'm just curious, guys. They're not doing much. We got time. I want to see if there's anything going on in Mississippi. Oh, look at us. IPI. Let's see if there's any. See if there's any live. No, Mississippi River, the lighthouse. Ugh. It's amazing that there's nobody protesting this baby that's dead. All right, there is, however, 0 people watching. Oh wait. Okay, it's not. Never mind. It's a thing. But let's get the. Okay. It can't even be the top search.
Tonight on a double shooting in Baker. We now know the infant who was kidnapped after that crime has since died in the hospital.
NBC Local 33's Abby Rocha unpacks what we know so far about the victims and their suspected killer.
Tonight, reminders that several children are now without their mom are scattered in front of the home where 2 people were murdered Monday. The family has since released photos of the victims, 32-year-old Kristen Parker and 26-year-old Brandon Parker. Deputies say 30-year-old Eric Durrell Smith shot and killed the 2 victims before kidnapping his son from the home, 4-month-old LaMelo Smith. Tuesday, we learned the baby died from injuries he sustained at the end of a police pursuit in Biloxi, Mississippi. The suspect pronounced dead at the scene.
I'm sorry, did they just say injury sustained? The baby was shot to death. Can we please use the context of... I'm not saying the baby was murdered. We don't know that yet. There's not enough information. There's a camera that was from across that it doesn't really give you a great shot of what happened. But can we please say that the baby didn't die from injury sustained? That's being disingenuous. The baby, the 4-month-old baby, had bullets rip through the little childlike flesh and then tear up those little vital organs like the kidneys and the heart, because, a baby is small and compact. You see, multiple shots went through the baby, and then the baby died from the shots from the gun. So can we stop? I don't like when they do this the other way, when they leave out information that would maybe dictate of what happened. But saying that the baby died from injury sustained is disingenuous, because the baby died from injury sustained from being shot.
died from injuries he sustained at the end of a police pursuit in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Very
The suspect
disingenuous.
pronounced dead at the scene. Today I spoke with the family, who is not ready to talk yet, but still trying to cope with the reality of losing 3 family members in one day. Sheriff's Office records indicate this incident wasn't Smith's first violent offense. In 2017, he was charged with simple battery after punching his manager in the face at work. Neighbors say they are shocked this kind of...
Okay, can we find out where? Okay, wait, hold on. Now I need to know where. Eric Durrell Smith. Okay, hold on. Eric Durrell Smith, 2017. Arrest. Battery. I need to know where he was working when he punched his boss. I was gonna say a Wendy's. It was a Jack in the Box. Okay. I was, I wasn't expecting. Anderson Baker and McDougal Law Firm, or Riviera Country Club, Princeton Insurance or something. I was expecting a Jack in the Box, Circle K gas station, let's see, a retirement home, a long-term care facility. Oh my God. Oh, speaking of which, God, no matter what you think, I just want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a relative and you're like, man, it's going to be a burden. I don't know if I have enough time to care for my relative who's in a care facility. I want my relative to be taken, I want them to be taken care of. So I'm going to put them in a home where they can get care. Even if you abuse your family member as they're going mad or they're deficient physically and not able to care for themselves, regardless of what you do, as long as you wipe their ass like once a day and make sure that they have food, make sure that they have clean clothing and linens, make sure that they are at least have half a modicum of respect for themselves, you're doing a better job than any of those care facilities will do. You're setting your family member up to be raped and killed in one of those long-term care facilities. Bad things will happen to your family member. So seriously, cook up a pot of spaghetti, get him some apple juice, and in front of a fucking TV. And that is better than any of these care facilities, retirement homes would ever be. They're at least sort of around you. Even if they have a little bit of fear of you, they know you're probably not going to rape them. If you put your dying mother in a care facility, a man like this, I know that this man right here worked in a Jack in the Box, but I'm sure after he was fired from this Jack in the Box, he then went and worked at a care facility, because they do not care and they will rape your mother. So once again, if this person can get a job at a Jack in the Box, they can get a job at a care facility. And they will rape your mother. and they will spit in her insulin and give her hydroxychloroquine when she doesn't have COVID. I'm telling you. Also, I know people that work in those care facilities, and they're all pieces of shit. Every single one of them is a drug-addicted piece of shit. All right, back to this. One thing I don't get is how is walking around going, out of your house into the streets, how is that not incitement of some kind? I mean, I get that they're not actively threatening people, but it could be construed. Make sure you share and like the stream, guys. Give that little thumbs up. We need eyes. Eyes in the air.
Yeah, usually. That way I don't have too many faces. And this is Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Yeah, I think it has to be a pre-planned route. Someone asked if it's a pre-planned route ahead of time. Connection's holding strong so far, y'all.
No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace!
You guys are talking about Sheriff Bob. Yep. Sheriff Bob's always been fair to us. So, can't really. I haven't really watched too much of the Live on Patrol. Again, I wasn't a big live stream watcher at all prior to all this, but they've been fair to our platform. So that's reciprocated back. They might not agree with everything that I say personally, but they respect the work that we do. And that's what's up. That's all that matters.
Andrew Brown! Andrew Brown! Andrew Brown! Andrew Brown! Andrew Brown! Andrew Brown!
You know, he's told people many times to watch the stream. You grew up playing fast pitch with Bob's daughter. Yeah.
Andrew Brown! Andrew Brown! Our street! Our street! Not enough! Not enough! Not enough! Not enough!
All right. How's everyone doing today? Not many people watching, but and I see that the conversation is mostly one-sided with Sudian. But it is what it is.
Release the tank!
I'm waiting to see if anything happens with this Mississippi case. I feel like it's incredible that no one in this BLM has mentioned that a 4-month-old was shot, and I can't wait to see how it gets twisted around. But looks like we may have lost connection with our stream here. It doesn't look like it's on our side. Yep, and an error occurred. Try it again. Did he get banned? I wouldn't think. He didn't do anything. It says live. They're saying refresh in their chat, but might have lost connection here. All right, looks like we might have a second here to just to wait for everything, but it looks like they're coming back. They said that the stream just went down, so makes sense. Oh, there we go. Hey, we're back.
We came right back. Yeah, we're in 3G right now. I don't even have 5G yet.
It's the middle of rural North Carolina. What do you expect? I'm sorry it's not Minnesota. Minneapolis. I'm sorry, it's not a major metropolis.
Yep. Just stick with it. 420. Hey. Yeah, 420 for a second. Comment where you guys are tuning in from, city, state, city, country.
Baby was shot yesterday or the day before. While they're wandering around. This was a very terrible news article, but I like this one. This was a good one. They did a really good job.
A boy who was in the car when police shot and killed a Baton Rouge area double murder suspect has also died. The shooting happened after a low-speed chase on I-10 last night that started in Louisiana.
Okay, 2 days ago.
Ended in Mississippi. As Paul Murphy shows us, witness cell phone video is shedding new light on the whole thing.
He's got a baby in the car, too. They need to get that baby out.
This cell phone video shows how the police pursuit ended Monday afternoon on I-10 in Biloxi. Louisiana State Police spotted a car driven by 30-year-old Eric Durrell Smith near
Former Jack in the Box employee, Eric Durrell Smith, who in 2017 was arrested for simple battery of his manager at Jack in the Box. I don't know why I care about that story so much. It's just I find it funny that he worked at a Jack in the Box.
near Slidell. His 4-month-old son, LaMelo Parker.
The rest of the story is not charming or funny. It's just funny that a former Jack in the Box employee was, I was expecting a lawyer to murder his child and the mother of the child and the uncle, as is tradition.
Parker was also in the vehicle. Smith was wanted for a double murder in Baker outside of Baton Rouge. The LSP followed Smith across the state line where Mississippi authorities gave chase. Police used spike strips to stop Smith's blue Nissan Altima. The video shows a Mississippi sheriff's deputy push Smith's car off the highway into a grassy median. Less than a minute later, Smith appears to point a gun out of the driver's side window and police opened fire. Smith was killed in exchange of gunfire with police. The baby was also critically injured. The infant died later at a Mobile hospital. It's unclear if the baby was also shot or hit by shrapnel. Suzette Bond, the witness who shot the video, told WWL-TV they had plenty of opportunity to turn around and surround him and get that baby out of the car without opening fire. Bond also said, "We don't understand about the excess of gunfire. Now the baby is no longer with us." Back in Baker, Louisiana, just hours before the fatal shootout with police, Smith was accused of killing his ex-girlfriend, 32-year-old Kristen Parker, and her 26-year-old nephew, Brandon Parker, before leaving with the couple's baby. A neighbor who did not want to be identified spoke with WBRZ-TV.
4-month-old baby, the last few hours of that kid's life. Unbelievable that somebody could actually do something like that and see it through to the end. I mean, it's a lot of evil out here.
Harrison County Coroner Brian Switzer told WWL-TV his office will conduct an autopsy on the baby on Wednesday to determine the cause and manner of death. Paul Murphy, Eyewitness News.
Such a sad.
So basically, we're waiting for the autopsy because we're going to find out. And there's going to be a hell of a lot of trouble if it turns out that it's going to be that a deputy was the one who fired the fatal shot. And then it'll, of course, be a nothing story if it turns out that the guy just shot his own baby or, as some have reported, used the baby as a human shield. So, cool guy, by the way. Once again, I want to make sure that it's very clear. Former Jack in the Box employee. So, I want you to think when you spend your fast food bucks Do you want a company that employs baby murderers? I personally won't be spending my money with the company that hires future baby murderers. Also, since a few more of you have joined in, I'm going to make it shorter, but other places that this guy probably worked were landscaping and long-term medical care facilities, cleaning the asses of your grandparents and elderly relatives. So once again, you know, if you think that you can't care for your elderly relatives that well, or that they'd be better off with professionals, no. Just give them a TV, some spaghetti, give them their heart medication if they want it, maybe a little booze, a joint, you know, offer them something nice, and then wipe their ass like once a day if they shit themselves. And you're doing your part to help your relatives, because I don't know why all of that made me think about it, but you know, I'm just assuming that after his job at Jack in the Box was terminated for assaulting his boss, I'm sure he worked at a care facility before murdering his baby and the mother of the child and her brother, the uncle. So, hey, don't arrest me. Arrest the police who killed Breonna Taylor. That's what I always say, right? It's always a safe bet. If you don't know what to say, don't arrest me. Arrest the police.
Come on. Let's get it. Andrew Brown. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace. No peace.
All right, good, Sam. I'm glad that you won't be ordering Jack in the Box, and even if they do show up in your area, that you're not getting it. That being said, I will be ordering Jack in the Box today. I'm going to get myself a buttery Jack. Sounds delicious. So while the Bo No Show does not support the baby-killing Jack in the Box, the comedic performer known as Bo Clark will be ordering from a Jack in the Box. Is Jack in the Box that good? If I'm gonna be honest, I've only ever had Jack in the Box when I'm like fucked up. That being said, a few years ago, the one thing Jack in the Box did right is that they've always had breakfast all day, I guess. But they did have this breakfast burrito where they made like this queso cheese sauce that went in it, and it was like extra eggs and I think like little hash brown patties, and then it might have had your choice of meat, or it might have even just been a vegetarian breakfast burrito. But boy, that thing fucking, as the children say, slapped. Say Taco Time? Taco Time's good. I haven't been to Taco Time in years, but we do have them here. But yeah, Jack in the Box. I mean, it's I think the last time I had it was a couple of years ago, or maybe last year or something, and I wanted to go to a KFC, and our KFC's right next to Jack in the Box. There's like a KFC, a Jack in the Box, and a Burger King. And I think KFC said they were done, or they didn't have whatever I wanted, and that was it. So I ended up at Jack in the Box and got some, I think curly fries and chicken nuggets or whatever, chicken sandwich or some kind. It's all right. Del Taco, my dude. Let's find out. I don't even think we have a Del Taco. I don't think there's a Del Taco around me. I think the closest one is on the other side of town. And that's, I mean, like 45 minutes an hour. I used to live by a Del Taco, but it's, like I said, it's gone. Wait a second. Does that say St. Helens or is that Hillsborough? Why am I telling you closer proximity to where I live? Bro, we might have a Del Taco pretty close to me. Oh, I know where the fuck this is. Ah. I'm not gonna lie, there's a Del Taco. Like 4 or 5 miles away from my place. And I know where it's at. Burger King sucks, in your opinion? Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it does. That's why I remember in my choice is always, if I'm in that area, KFC, if I'm going to get fast food of some kind. And then I would go to Jack in the Box, and then, yeah, Burger King's just not even worth going to. I will say a couple years ago, Burger King was doing this weird thing where they had these coupons that were like ridiculous, and you could tell it was just desperate. Like they were like coupon boxes where it was like $4 and you get two bacon cheeseburger little ones like the single patty, and like a fry and drink for like $3 or whatever, or $4. And I lived close to I didn't live close to. I worked close to a Burger King that was like corporate or something, so it was actually like really good. But it was just crazy cheap. So I was going there like once or twice a week, just to like save money. And it was like, dude, by the time you make a sandwich and lunch at home and get a little, your share of chips and bring a soda, it's almost the same price as going to the fucking Burger King. Like save 15 minutes preparing a lunch for work, or save $1 and just go through a drive-through. It was a pretty good deal. Yeah, bro, but I remember those coupons were fucking baller. I don't get them anymore, though. I don't know why. And then, like, where I was living, like, the neighbors knew that I was kind of a coupon guy. So they would just give me theirs. And I'm talking like for like just all sorts of things, like car washes, and I like coupons and shit.
This is Elizabeth City, North Carolina, you guys. Protests for justice for Andrew Brown. Andrew Brown was killed by Pasquotank County Sheriff on April 21st, 2021. This is day 15 of the protests here. The protest is asking for the full release of the body cam footage.
I know some of you were saying clear the protesters and whatnot, but Elizabeth City, North Carolina, it's actually a pretty smart county in how they have all their stuff set up. Protests need to have permits. So this protest does have a permit, and they have police following them. And then they have pretty strict rules. I mean, you can see that they're kind of blocking both sides of the road now, but if a car does come down the road, you will see that they do get onto their side of the lane real quickly. I think they're doing it right now. And I think you can start to see a couple of them starting to meander over. But because they have to get permits for the protest, the person who filed the permit has to be present at the protest at all times. And yeah, they're pretty serious about it. Like, and if they they said that they have to stay on one side of the lane. I see that they're not doing it right now, but there's no cars coming this way. So, it's one of those things where, like, why enforce it right now? Let's see if they say anything to this guy. Nope, they're not. It's funny how the white people that they're yelling at them, get in, out of your cars or out of your houses and into the streets. Black guy comes out and does it, and they just are like, "Oh yeah, what up, dude?" But yeah, basically, as long as they're really not messing around, they have every right to have this protest right now. They're not really doing anything. They're not causing ruckus. And they're supposed to stay on one side of the road, but they got a permit. There's police there following them. Yeah, you see now the police are right there. So, and it even looks like now the police are blocking both sides of the road. So, I would say this is pretty contained, pretty A-okay, but it can always change in a fell swoop.
That gentleman.
No. Fair enough. That's why we're saying,
He was arrested.
you gotta make it clear because most of these don't have permits. Most of these are just kind of radicalized groups.
Secured bonds and an impeding traffic charge. He's been back out here since Tuesday, so he's been out here every day this week, despite being arrested on Monday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about it, man. Like you said, not used to them paying attention to the law. I get it. It's nice though that you have that nuanced opinion where you're like, oh, never mind. They're if they're obeying the law, if they have every right to do it, then let them do their thing. I think we all need to start coming around a little bit more to people and go, well, if you have a permit, if you're following the law and everything's up to standard, more power to you. Because there's a lot of people giving what these people are doing a bad name.
No, the family saw a 20-second redacted version of the body cam. That's why they're saying release the tape, the whole tape. William can go on Facebook. There's no hope for William, so just go ahead and block.
Is he banning his own subscribers from his chat? He has a subscriber-only chat, this guy. He's now banning people who pay him money from chat. Bro, what are you doing? Like, as a streamer, it's fucking disgusting if you're going to be covering these protests and be like, I'm a journalist and I'm here for Black Lives Matter and to stand up, and I charge $4.99 a month for you to participate in my chat. But then to also then ban those people if you're trying to do it as a business is just fucking ridiculous. No, I get it. I get that he thinks he's a Marxist, but do you realize how crazy it is to have people pay you to participate in your chat and support the channel and support the revolution? I need to pay my bills to be a fucking capitalist, and then and then ban the people who support you.
Where the oncoming traffic lanes will be open, and not the whole street won't be shut down. What's the icing on the get a jobs cake thing that the greatest hits of 2020 keep saying is the protest starts late because people are getting off of work. It starts at 6 p.m. That's when people are getting off of work, and so they can get here. As this protest is checking every one of your guys' greatest hits of 2020 check marks that you need to be happy and satisfied with protests. This protest is checking every single mark of that. Permits, following the rules of the police still. You can only take up one side of the street, so that way those that are driving and oncoming, they can still drive. Businesses are open still. So it's about time you just admit that you're not mad at the way it's being done. You're just mad at all of it. There's no happy medium for you. You won't find one. You're gonna find something to be upset about every time. And I feel sorry for people that are like that. I'll leave it at that.
Take that badge off. Hey!
For real.
What?
I got my umbrella tonight this time.
Yeah.
I got it with me, so I'll be able to umbrella up pretty quick if I need to.
Umbrella up.
Red sky at night, sailors delight though, so I might be alright.
You can stand under my umbrella.
You see, even the city councilman, he said single lane on one side. They can only be on one side of the street. They can't take up the whole street because they have a permit and they have to follow that permit to the letter, or the people will start getting arrested. We saw it right away when the first night I was out here on Monday.
Okay, you guys want to join? You guys want to join his chat and then get banned? If you want to join his chat and get banned, $2.99 recurring payment monthly. Loyalty badges next to your name and comments and live chat. Custom emoji to use in comments. Shout outs in videos. Gameplay with you. If you give him $9.99, yeah. Wow, you get recurring the perks from before, behind the scenes video, members only live stream, $25, rough cuts and bloopers, unreleased footage. Wow. Do you guys want to join? Do you guys want to join so that you can send a message and then be told? No, I'm gonna ban that guy
To more of my personal
and
thoughts
take his money.
and comparisons to other cities and how things have been. Because I've seen protests in many cities now at this point. So at least from how protests have been conducted and law enforcement response to them, I'm pretty educated on that now. There's still more to learn, of course. The journey never ends. There's more cities and other places to learn and how things are done. But again, if you're interested in hearing more of the personal stuff, challenge your thinking on Instagram, and we can talk and I can share my opinion, and it's more of a one-on-one discussion with you guys. I try to keep my personal opinions off of here as best as I can. I'm not perfect, oh well. But that's where you'll find the majority of it. Appreciate y'all. Pin the Instagram comment. Pin the Instagram, please, if you guys could. Pin that. And I'll post again for you guys before I do go live, because Instagram shadow bans me, and the live doesn't get to everybody all the time. So keep an eye out for the posts on my personal Facebook page, and I'll share before I go live. So this is what they were talking about, guys. See, they're not stopping the cars aren't stopping, so people don't know. They took away the ability for the protest to take up the whole street, so oncoming traffic is still going.
Yes. That's the point of what they're doing. They want traffic to be able to continue through the town. They don't want you to
Elizabeth City, North Carolina. This is live. If you're watching through a restream, this is Mercado Media on Facebook.
don't watch his
Facebook
stream.
page.
He seriously will dox you.
Live right there. If you're watching through a restream or someone else, come to the source.
I mean, you can go to the source. I really don't care,
Details,
but he will.
modded chat, all that stuff. Come to us. Come to the source. Leave your restream. Come to us.
Oh, hold up, my boy shut that down on his bitch. Hold up, y'all. My boy got out this motherfucker. He pulled up clear. We keep us safe. We keep us safe.
You said 7 miles a day? Someone asks, listen, the taxpayers, we pay for the police. Taxpayers, we pay for the police. They're doing their job right now. They're not being paid like an extra. They might be getting overtime for those that have been working since this morning, but they're not getting like a check from anyone. This is they're doing their job right now. But I didn't see that. Elizabeth City, North Carolina, you guys. Yeah, I think it's been 7 miles a day for the last 3 days. I'm in shape for it now, thank God. Thank goodness I took the 2 weeks off from Brooklyn Center. I would have been screwed. Remember, it's only been 1 break because they can't stop walking. It's part of the stipulation, they can't stop. That'll wipe off the camera lens. All right, break number 2. Let me see if we're at